What if I told you that in 2027, when the entire auto industry is racing toward electrification, efficiency targets, and regulatory survival, one brand just decided to light a supercharged V8 on fire and throw it straight into the desert? No hybrids, no apologies, no subtlety. Just 777 horsepower, SRT badging, and a six-figure price tag. Because the Ram TRX is back, and not quietly. This is not just another truck launch. This is a message. A message to Ford, a message to regulators, and maybe most importantly, a message to buyers who still believe performance should be loud, ridiculous, and borderline irresponsible. The 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX doesn't exist because it makes sense. It exists because Ram wants to remind everyone that the Supertruck wars aren't over. They were just waiting for gasoline to fight back. For a moment, it looked like the TRX story had ended. When the original 702 horsepower Ram TRX bowed out, there was a noticeable hole at the top of Ram's lineup, a gap where the loudest, fastest, most excessive pickup in the room used to be. Ford kept flexing with the Raptor R, electrification dominated headlines, and Ram went quiet. Too quiet. That silence wasn't surrender. It was a reload. Because now the TRX has returned, wearing SRT badges again, packing an updated supercharged Hellcat-derived V8 making 777 horsepower, and carrying a price tag north of $100,000. This isn't nostalgia. This isn't a last hurrah. This is escalation. To understand why this matters, you have to understand what the TRX has always represented. It was never just a trim level. It was never about practicality. The TRX was a halo truck, a rolling billboard for what Ram could do when accountants, regulators, and rational thinking were told to step aside. From the moment the first TRX launched, it wasn't competing with work trucks. It was competing with egos. And that philosophy hasn't changed. The 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX sits above everything else in Ram's half-ton lineup, exactly where it wants to be. Wide-bodied, long travel suspension, desert runner proportions that make normal pickups look timid. Ram isn't pretending this truck is for everyone. It's explicitly for the buyer who looks at a Raptor R and thinks, not enough. The return of SRT badging is not an accident either. This isn't just branding, it's positioning. SRT has history. Vipers, Hellcats, factory vehicles that prioritize speed, drama, and mechanical violence over restraint. By reviving SRT on a full-size pickup, Ram is saying something very clear. This truck is not an aftermarket fantasy. It is a factory-engineered weapon. And the headline number backs it up. 777 horsepower from a supercharged 6.2-liter V8. That number isn't random, it's deliberate. It vaults the TRX straight to the top of the gas-powered pickup hierarchy and gives Ram the talking point it wanted, the most powerful production gas pickup on sale. Not electrified, not boosted by motors, just raw internal combustion arrogance. The engine itself is an evolution of the familiar Hellcat architecture, refined and recalibrated to deliver more output without losing the character that made Hellcats famous. This is still a loud, angry, supercharged V8 that announces itself before you even touch the throttle. Ram claims a 0 to 60 time of around 3.5 seconds, which sounds absurd until you remember that this thing puts power to all four wheels and weighs as much as a small house. And yes, it's ridiculous. That's the point. But raw horsepower alone doesn't win supertruck wars anymore. Ram knows that. That's why the 2027 TRX isn't just about the engine. The chassis, suspension, and electronics have all been sharpened to handle the extra power and justify the truck's place at the top. The TRX continues to ride on a heavily modified half-ton platform with reinforced frame sections, a wide track, and long travel suspension designed for high-speed desert abuse. This isn't a lifted mall crawler. It's engineered to be driven hard, fast, and irresponsibly far away from paved roads. Locking differentials, aggressive off-road tires, serious underbody protection, and beadlock-capable wheels all reinforce the TRX's Baja-inspired mission. What's interesting is how Ram balances this brutality with livability. Because despite the image, the TRX is still expected to function as a daily driver. And inside, that's exactly what Ram delivers. The cabin leans heavily on the Ram 1500's reputation for premium interiors. Large central touchscreen, digital gauge cluster, performance pages that show boost pressure, timers, and off-road telemetry, SRT-specific graphics and branding everywhere you look. The materials are upscale, the seats are aggressively bolstered, and everything reminds you that you're sitting in the most extreme truck Ram builds. This is where the TRX quietly becomes more dangerous to its rivals, because it's not just fast, it's comfortable. Modern driver assist tech is baked in: adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, driver monitoring features, the kind of systems that make long highway drives easier and justify daily use, even if the fuel consumption makes accountants cry. This isn't a weekend toy disguised as a truck, it's a truck that happens to be capable of supercar-level acceleration in a straight line. And then there's the price. $102,590, including destination.
That number matters because it tells you exactly who this truck is for. Ram isn't chasing value buyers. It's chasing buyers who cross-shop luxury SUVs, high-end off-road builds, and six-figure toys. At that price, the TRX isn't competing with work trucks. It's competing with status. And that's where the rivalry with Ford becomes unavoidable. The Raptor R has been the TRX's shadow rival from day one. Ford answered the original 702 horsepower TRX with its own V8-powered desert monster. For a while, the arms race stalled. But with 777 horsepower, Ram has moved the goalposts again. On paper, the TRX now outguns the Raptor R. More power, more noise, more spectacle. Whether that translates into better real-world performance remains to be fully tested. But Ram doesn't need total dominance. It just needs to reclaim the conversation. And it has. Because the return of the TRX isn't just about beating Ford, it's about reminding the market that gas performance isn't dead yet. This truck exists in a very specific regulatory moment, one where emissions rules have loosened just enough to allow a final wave of excess. Ram knows that window won't stay open forever. That's why the TRX feels less like a long-term strategy and more like a statement piece. This is Ram planting a flag and saying, we can still do this. And that's what makes the 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX fascinating. It's not pretending to be the future, it's defiantly present tense, loud, thirsty, unapologetic. A truck that doesn't care about efficiency charts or social media virtue signaling. It exists for buyers who still want drama when they press the start button. In a market increasingly dominated by electrification, silent acceleration, and rational decisions, the TRX is a reminder of what made performance vehicles exciting in the first place: the sound, the violence, the feeling that something slightly unhinged is happening under your right foot. Is it sensible? No. Is it necessary? Also no. But that's exactly why it matters. Because halo vehicles aren't built to make sense, they're built to make people feel something. And the 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX makes its intentions clear before it even moves an inch. This isn't about winning sales charts. It's about winning attention, winning loyalty, winning the emotional argument that says performance still has a place in a world racing toward efficiency. And whether this ends up being the last great gas-powered Supertruck or just the most outrageous chapter yet, one thing is undeniable. The Supertruck wars are back on full boil, and Ram just struck the match.